Wow. 7:35. Do you want to give it a start?
I'm gonna have like hours of this stuff.
Everyone ready? Okay, Brandon, I think we're ready. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the regular monthly meeting of the Board of the Commissioners held for the purpose of transacting the general business of the township. Today's date is January the 8th, 2022. The meeting is being held in the Springfield Township building, and it is also being offered in a live streaming feature that will be made available on the township's website beginning tomorrow morning. Comments will not be accepted remotely, but instructions for submitting public comment in advance for tonight's meeting were provided as part of the posted agenda. Please stand and join the Board of Commissioners in a moment of silent reflection to honor the servicemen and women who placed themselves in harm's way in order to preserve the safety of our home overseas, and for the men and women and children who have tragically lost their lives to gun violence. Thank you. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I will now entertain a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting as written and recorded in the official minutes before the book of the township. That is my motion. Do I have a second?
Looking for a motion.
I'm looking for a motion.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose, please record a unanimous vote. This evening, we want to note the absence of Commissioner Michael Maxwell, whose daughter has, we offer congratulations to Commissioner Maxwell, whose daughter is graduating from Springfield Township High School. His bills are really about to start as she gets ready to go to college. But we offer him congratulations, and to his wife, Laura.
Yeah.
I don't see any other substitute professional. I don't see any others. Okay, so please note that the Board of Commissioners conducted an executive session as part of their June 6, 2022 workshop meeting to discuss two personal items, one real estate matter and one item related to litigation. And now the Board of Commissioners wishes to express grief and anger in response to the recent gun violence and loss of life that occurred as a result of the mass shootings in Buffalo, New York, Uvalde, Texas, and Philadelphia, PA. More than 200 mass shootings has occurred in the United States so far this year. And the Board of Commissioners would like to take this opportunity to call upon our state and our federal legislators to enact common sense gun legislation to help protect its citizens. While acts of violence can occur anywhere, the Springfield Township Police Department prepares for these types of emergencies by conducting annual multi-day training sessions for all of its officers and representation, along with representation on the Central Montgomery County Special Weapons and Tactics, or SWAT team, and coordinating with local and regional emergency management agencies. Officers are also required to conduct frequent walkthrough assignments at local schools in order to meet students and faculties on an informal basis and to become familiar with the floor plan of each facility should they ever need to respond to an active incident. Preventable gun violence claims the lives of too many Americans, and all too often the targets are children. We are all entitled to a life that is free of violence in our homes, in our workplaces, and schools, and when we gather to dine, relax, and pray. So the board is now open to comments or questions from the public. The board draws particular attention to those items listed on the agenda this evening. Please be advised that once the committee reports begin, the board can no longer accept questions from the floor. At the conclusion of the committee reports, public comments will once again be accepted. However, official actions on those listed items on the agenda will have already taken place. Therefore, if you wish to comment on an agenda item, now would be the appropriate time. Does anyone have any comments from our public? Okay, seeing none, we will now move on. Thank you very much. We will now move on to our committee reports. As the chairman of the Cultural Resources Committee, I do not have a report this evening. Therefore, I will move on to the chairman of the Community Development Committee, Commissioner Baird Standish.
Thank you, President Graham. I don't have a report this evening, but Commissioner Maxwell is not here, and Commissioner Lee and I flipped a coin, actually a $10 bill, to who's going to read it, and I won. So I have the privilege. So I will maybe why don't I do that right now?
Okay.
First, this is concerning a bid for the 2022 Highway Resurfacing Program. On Thursday, May 19th, 2022, bids were received for the Township's 2022 Highway Resurfacing and Milling Program. Bids were received from three contractors: Glasgow Inc., Highway Materials Inc., and James D. Morrissey Inc. The bids range from a low of $460,530.70 to a high of $497,284.01. Can't believe they do that. 1 cent. Based upon 3,832 tons of applied in-place asphalt and 15,403 square yards of road milling. All bids exceeded the township's budget estimates due to rising petroleum costs. As a result, the township intends to apply a portion of its unused winter maintenance budget to complete the work and to eliminate 3 streets that will be prioritized for resurfacing next year. Therefore, I move that the Board of Commissioners award a contract to Glasgow Inc. of Glenside, PA to mill and resurface specified township streets for their combined low bid price of $103.70 per ton for resurfacing and $4.10 per square yard for road milling, for a total estimated price of $404,710.70. That is my motion.
Thank you. Are there any comments or questions concerning the report?
I have a question. I think you alluded to it in the report, but the 3 that we're removing, they'll be at the top of the list for next year.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Okay. All right, so we've heard the motions. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose, please note a unanimous vote.
Okay, and next this concerns a bid on the Mermaid Park Stream Bank Stabilization and Walking Trail. On Thursday, May 19th, 2022, bids were received for the Mermaid Park Stream Bank Stabilization and Walking Trail projects. A total of 3 bids were received for the Stream Bank project and 4 bids were received for the construction of the walking trail. Therefore, I move that the Board of Commissioners award a contract to Western Lehigh Services, Inc. of Allentown, Pennsylvania for their low bid of $118,544.45 for the Stream Bank Stabilization Project, and to Plymar Construction, Inc. of Plymouth Meeting, PA for their low bid of price of $194,265 for the construction of the walking trail. The walking trail bid includes the base bid plus alternates D, which is a 6-foot wide asphalt trail, and E, which is a 6-foot wide pedestrian bridge. And the cost of the project is being offset by 4 grants totaling $223,000. That is my motion.
Okay, a motion has been made. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or comments on the motion? I got it in right order this time.
Mr. President, I have a question.
Yes.
Have we used Western Lehigh Services before?
We have not.
If so,
We have not, but Tim reached out to them specifically because they apparently do a great deal of this type of stream bank stabilization work, which is very green in nature and utilizes like a green technology as opposed to a hard surface technology.
So he's worked with them before.
Yes,
We just haven't. Okay.
correct.
And they're going to be bonded and everything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Public
standard-
Works project.
Our standard form, right? Yeah. Okay.
Any other questions or comments? All right, we have a motion and do I hear, we have a motion that has been second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose, please note and record a unanimous vote.
Okay, thank you. And that concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you, Commissioner Standis. We will now move on to the chairman of the Environmental Resources Committee, Commissioner Peter Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have a report. And I have a motion regarding the Environmental Advisory Commission replacements. The first is the recycling report, and I'm pleased to announce that during the month of May 2022, Springfield Township residents recycled 166.3 tons of material with a householder participation rate of 76%. The net cost for the month was $13,435.33. I would also, just as an aside, mention that we are receiving some of our highest reimbursements for our recycled materials at this point, probably primarily because of the value of the plastic, which is much more valuable now because of the high cost of petroleum. So residents, please keep on doing a great job and putting that stuff in those yellow cans every week. My second, I have a motion regarding the Environmental Advisory Commission, and that is that I move that the Board of Commissioners reappoint Stephen Hevron and Patrick Hines to new 3-year terms of service as members of the Springfield Township Environmental Advisory Commission. The new 3-year term of service for Messrs. Hevron and Hines shall expire June 14th, 2025. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Seeing or not hearing any, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose, please say nay. Please record a unanimous vote.
And that concludes my reports, Mr. President.
Thank you, Commissioner Wilson. We will now move on to the chairman of the Administrative, Physical Affairs and Zoning Committee, Commissioner Jonathan Cobb.
Thank you, Mr. President. First up this evening is reconciliation for bill listing. Move that the Board of Commissioners approve the May check reconciliation in the amount of $502,213.15 and the June bill listing in the amount of $318,602.92. That's my motion.
We have a motion on the table. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any questions or concern on the motions? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those that oppose, please record a unanimous vote.
Thank you. And a quick clarification from our township manager. The last name for the new deputy tax collector is pronounced
Wanzik, I believe.
I just wanted to pronounce it correct. Pursuant to the Pennsylvania tax collection law, an elected tax collector shall, with the approval of the municipality for which the tax collector was elected, and with the approval of the tax collector's certainty, appoint a deputy tax collector to collect and settle taxes during any incapacitation of the tax collector. Earlier this year, the township's deputy tax collector found it necessary to resign her position, and the tax collector has requested the appointment of Melissa Wanzik, Whitpain Township tax collector, to fulfill the duties of the deputy tax collector for Springfield Township. Ms. Wanzik is a graduate of Syracuse University, where she earned bachelor degrees in political science and broadcast journalism, and is certified as a qualified tax collector of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Therefore, in accordance with the Pennsylvania tax collection law, and is requested by the township's tax collector, I move that the Board of Commissioners confirm the appointment Melissa Wanzik to serve as the deputy tax collector for Springfield Township, effective immediately. That's my motion.
We have a motion on the table. Do I hear a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns concerning the motion? Seeing none, all those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those that oppose, please record a unanimous vote.
Great. And finally, concerning this month's zoning hearing board, the Springfield Township Zoning Hearing Board will meet next meet on Monday, June 27th at 7 p.m. at the Springfield Township Building. So they will hear the following application from William and Kathy Murphy, owners of a vacant lot on Carlton Way. The applicants are requesting relief to construct a single-family dwelling with attached garage and rear deck on the property. In appeal of the zoning officer's determination that the steep slopes is applicable to the development of the property based on the approved and recorded subdivision plan, or in the alternative, a variance to permit more than 40% of the total lot area to be regraded. And that will then again be heard on June 27th at 7 p.m. in this building. And that's my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Cobb. We will now turn our meeting over to the chairman of our Public Safety Committee, and who is now also $10 short, Commissioner James Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report this evening.
Thank you, Commissioner Lee. And finally, but definitely not least, we are open the floor up to the chairman of our Parks and Recreational Resources Committee, Commissioner Susan Rasaval.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have just an announcement today for the Independence Day Parade, everybody. Independence Day will be observed on Monday, July 4th, 2022. The Orland Lions Club, together with the Orland Volunteer Fire Company, will celebrate Independence Day with a parade that will begin at 10 a.m. at Twining Road and Weishman Avenue in Upper Dublin Township. The parade will cross into Springfield Township at Bridge Street approximately 30 minutes later, where it will proceed to Bruce Road, Allison Road, and Leicester Road. The parade will conclude at approximately 11:30 a.m. at Marlowe Field with refreshments and awards presented by the Lions Club. The Board of Commissioners encourages all township residents to come out and celebrate the birth of our nation. And that is my announcement. And as an aside, I know the summer and the concert series starts tomorrow at Cisco Park, and I know our Parks and Rec team has worked hard on that. And so while we're talking about events, hope to see you all out this summer. Those are my announcements today.
Thank you, Commissioner Rasaval. And now I'd like to announce that the board is once again open to receive any public comments. All right, seeing none. I just want to wish everyone from all of the members of this board a happy Juneteenth, and also a happy 4th of July celebration, celebrating the birth of our nation. So I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn this evening's meeting. Oh,
I just want to make a quick comment real quick.
my apologies. I didn't see you, sir.
No worries. You alluded to it in the beginning of the meeting. But graduation is going on right now, and it was very moving to see the stadium packed with people and families, because I know I still find it a little bit striking that we just finished baseball up, and baseball is now moved into playoffs, but between Beischer full of people on the stadium tonight celebrating graduation, life is good in Springfield right now. And it's good to celebrate that. Certainly congratulations to all the members of the class of 2022.
Agreed. I will thank you, Commissioner Cobb. Are there any other comments? So I'd like to make a motion to adjourn this evening's meeting. Do I have a second? Do I have the motion?
So moved.
And a second? Second. Meeting is now adjourned.
All right.